Welcome back everyone. Another important video on request, Macbeth Act 3 Scene 2 Workbook Solutions. And in today's session, I'm going to give some more important questions which are not there in your workbook, but I have framed them specially for your thorough revision. In today's session, I'm going to discuss 5 most important questions from this scene. Do check the pinned comment section for all important video links related to your syllabus, and kindly subscribe to our channel, like, share and comment as well, and do not forget to tap the bell icon. Now, question number 1. In Act 3 Scene 2, why does Macbeth say full of scorpions is his mind? 5 marks, and according to the new pattern, the word limit for short answer questions 100 to 150 words. Macbeth tells Lady Macbeth that his mind is full of scorpions. This is the question, and in the introductory statement itself, I have mentioned this expression so that I can connect the answer with the question. So a direct connection is established. Macbeth tells Lady Macbeth that his mind is full of scorpions because what is the specific reason? Because Banquo and his fleance lives. This quotation over here is extremely important. If you use this quotation in this answer, you are going to get good marks. This is the specific reason and this is the specific textual reference. His mind is stung with painful thoughts. This is the quotation and this is the explanation. His mind is stung with painful thoughts as if by scorpions. He is jealous of Banquo, suspects him and is alone. Here I have mentioned 3 emotional states of Macbeth in Act 3 Scene 2. What are they? He is jealous of Banquo. He is suspicious of Banquo's motives and he is also alone. He has distanced himself from his wife. So these are the 3 emotional states of Macbeth. He is not in a peaceful state of mind. He is in a troubled state of mind. And therefore, his mind is stung with painful thoughts as if by scorpions. Having distanced himself from Lady Macbeth, he is plagued. What is the specific meaning of this word plagued? He is tortured. He is tormented by guilty conscience along with his desire for power and ambition. So in Macbeth, we do not find a single emotion. He is now experiencing many emotions at a time. He is jealous. He is suspicious. He is alone. He is filled with guilt. He is filled with remorse, but he is also filled with his desire for power and ambition. His ambitious nature. He wants to retain his power. He has become the King of Scotland. Duncan is dead. He is the king now, but his kingship is a fruitless crown. So his kingship is a fruitless crown and therefore he is so obsessed with retaining his kingship. The prophecies made by the witches regarding Macbeth and Banquo, for these reasons, for those specific prophecies, Macbeth is filled with so many emotions. He makes a vague reference to what he has in his mind. This is a critical comment, vague reference. Lady Macbeth को Macbeth सब कुछ अब नहीं बताते हैं. लेडी मैकबेथ से मैकबेथ बहुत कुछ छुपाते हैं और मैकबेथ के मन में क्या है? He wants to assassinate not only Banquo but also his son Fleance. And therefore he makes a vague reference to what he has in his mind. What is plaguing him so much? What is tormenting him so much? It is his conspiracy against Banquo and Fleance. And why has he conspired against Banquo and Fleance? Because he is jealous of Banquo, suspects him, he is alone, he does not want to share his feelings, troubled feelings with Lady Macbeth anymore. He has progressed much ahead in criminality. He has strangled his conscience. He is plagued by guilty conscience, but due to his desire for power and ambition, he has also tried to strangle it. He makes a vague reference to what he has in his mind, assassination of Banquo and Fleance. He will not allow the seed of Banquo, another quotation, to be the future king of Scotland. He is restless and anxious. Other emotional states. Why? To retain his power. He does not want a fruitless crown, another reason. राजा बनने से पूरा एम्बिशन फुलफिल नहीं होने वाला है. विचेस ने क्या कहा है? बैंको विल बी द रूट एंड फादर ऑफ मेनी किंग्स. उस चीज को मैकबेथ खत्म करना चाहते हैं. He does not want a fruitless crown. They have overcome their enemies. Lady Macbeth, they have overcome their enemies only partly. King Duncan is dead. Yes, Macbeth is the king of Scotland. Yes, Lady Macbeth is the queen of Scotland. But he fears intrigue against him, the consequences of his actions, and he suffers dire mental agony, lives in doubtful joy. So this is his condition, mental condition. He does not have peace. He has lost his peace of mind. He has paid a heavy price, and he has progressed further in his criminality. Burdened with the weight of his actions, of his crimes, specifically haunted by the witch's prophecies, his soul is tormented. Not just mental, it is also his soul which is tormented. Tormented ka matlab tortured, troubled, as he awaits the execution of his conspiracy against Banquo by the murderers. He has hatched a conspiracy against Banquo and his son. In Act 3, Scene 1, we have already seen how he has made all the arrangements to get Banquo and Fleance killed. And here he is waiting for the results. And therefore, he is so tortured and troubled. Apart from the other reasons that have been mentioned over here. Students, 157 words. So a kind request, just a little bit of editing, and I'm sure you will be able to write these answers within the word limit. How does Macbeth say the knight must act? Comment on its significance. The last speech delivered by Macbeth in Act 3, Scene 2. 5. Another short answer question. Knight. How must knight act? Macbeth has surrendered himself to the forces of evil. Now before starting the reading, I'll just tell you how to analyze this term comment. Agar question mein comment diya hai, so you will have to critically analyze the statement. Macbeth has surrendered himself to the forces of evil. Critical comment number 1. He now dwells on the idea of the ultimate victory of evil over good. Critical comment 2. And justification of these critical comments. His words, things bad begun make strong themselves by ill. Expose his sinister plot, his murderous thoughts against Banquo and Fleance. Cruel crimes are generally committed at night, during the darkness of the night. The day is supposed to have a special abhorrence of them. Abhorrence का मतलब hatred. दिन के उजाले में अगर कोई क्राइम कमिट किया जाता है तो वो ठीक नहीं होता है. सो परफेक्ट टाइम किसी क्राइम के लिए कौन सा है? इट इज नाइट, बिकॉज नाइट इज डार्क. Therefore, Macbeth invokes night to close the affectionate eyes of beautiful day. So, the night must act in this way. The sealing night must cancel and tear to pieces with its invisible murderous hands that great bond. That great bond का मतलब क्या है? Banquo and Fleance over here, which keeps him in a state of perpetual fear. So this is the exact answer. Textual reference भी मैंने use किया है. It is becoming dark and the crows, symbolic of ill omen, are flying towards the woods. They are retiring to their houses, nests. The good things of day begin to droop and drowse. Night's black agents, murderers, assassins, robbers, and all evil things. They come in the darkness. Macbeth's conscience is strangled. He is steeped in sentiment and fancy and poetical and imaginative. तो हम सभी जानते हैं मैकबेथ कितने imaginative है. Remember the dagger scene? He calls on Knight to cover up Banquo's murder. Wants clearness. He wants to avert suspicion from him. The murders must be done tonight, in the darkness of the night, so that the brutality of the crime is concealed. So that the heinous, brutal, heinous, you may use such words, heinous crimes may remain concealed. And murderers, assassins, they operate in the darkness of the night, concealed, hidden. So, brutal, use such adjectives in your answer. Again, 155 words. So, dear students, edit a little bit and let's see what is there in the next answer. Question 3. Why does Macbeth refer to Duncan in Act 3, Scene 2 of Macbeth? 5 marks. Lady Macbeth and Macbeth are tormented by remorse and guilt after committing the regicide of Duncan. Regicide का मतलब act of killing the king. King Duncan was the king and Lady Macbeth and Macbeth hatched a conspiracy against the king, hence it was regicide. Macbeth's desire for power and ambition, however, outweigh his morality. This struggle with his conscience is evident when he says that Duncan is in his grave, he sleeps well. 2 textual references, quotations from the text. So, Duncan is in his grave and he sleeps well. जब मैकबेथ लेडी मैकबेथ से बात कर रहे हैं तो उन्होंने डंकन को रेफर किया. Duncan, who is now dead, lying in his grave, sleeping peacefully. इस sleep का मतलब क्या है? Eternal sleep meaning death. Macbeth is driven to envy. Envy का मतलब है jealousy. Macbeth is driven to envy Duncan in his grave. Duncan तो मर चुके हैं मगर फिर भी Macbeth is jealous of him. वो क्यों है? His mind broods over his miseries and the peace that Duncan enjoys in death. Here we have a contrast. We have his troubled mind, his troubled conscience, his mind broods over his miseries. He is in a miserable state of mind. Macbeth has lost his peace of mind. He is in a state of perpetual fear and deep agitation. But Duncan, जो मर चुके हैं, वो क्या कर रहे हैं अपने ग्रेव में? He is enjoying in death. So this is the difference in conditions between the two persons, now dead Duncan and Macbeth. His mind broods over his miseries and the peace that Duncan enjoys in death, while he who to gain his peace has sent him to peace. इस him का मतलब है Duncan. This his refers to Macbeth. Macbeth, who to gain his peace, peace of ambition. इस peace का क्या reference है? Ambition. Satisfied ambition का जो peace है means attainment of kingship. Satisfied, F-I-E-D, ambition, has sent him to peace. Here death lacks nature's supreme remedy. यहाँ पे मैकबेथ अपने फ़ायदे के लिए डंकन को उन्होंने मर्डर किया और मर्डर करने के बाद डंकन को उन्होंने पीस दिया है. इस पीस का क्या मतलब है? इटर्नल स्लीप, डेथ. और इस चीज़ को करने के बाद मैकबेथ इज़ नाउ लीडिंग स्लीपलेस नाइट्स and therefore he lacks nature's supreme remedy. Nature's supreme remedy कौन सा है? Sleep. Duncan has suffered the worst treachery a king can suffer from his disloyal subjects, yet he is now free from civil strife, foreign wars, assassin's dagger and poison, steel, poison, malice domestic, foreign wars. So Duncan is free from all these things. Ironically, किसने उन्हें फ्री किया है? मैकबेथ ने किंग डंकन को इन सारी चीज़ों से, अर्थली चीज़ों से फ्री किया है. और मैकबेथ, रिजल्ट में मैकबेथ को क्या मिला? रिजल्ट में मैकबेथ को स्लीपलेस नाइट्स मिला एंड डाउटफुल जॉय मिला, एक फ्रूटलेस क्राउन मिला. मैकबेथ इज इन अ स्टेट ऑफ परपेचुअल फियर. परपेचुअल का मतलब कॉन्स्टेंट फियर, अनलाइक डंकन. सो थ्रू आउट दिस आंसर आई हैव tried to present a contrast between Duncan, dead Duncan, and Macbeth, King Macbeth. Unlike Duncan, he sleeps in the affliction of these dreams that shake them nightly. इसका क्या मतलब है? Horrible dreams, nightmares. Duncan का sleep क्या है? Eternal sleep, peaceful sleep, he sleeps well. और Macbeth का sleep क्या है? Affliction of these dreams that shake, tremble them nightly, scare them nightly. Macbeth, Lady Macbeth, a prey to restless ecstasy. Thus he refers to Duncan to reveal his dire mental agitation. So this is the conclusion, 151 words. You can edit it very easily. Question number 4. In Act 3, Scene 2, why does Lady Macbeth want to speak with the king? In Act 3, Scene 2 of Macbeth, Lady Macbeth wants to attend Macbeth's leisure for a few words. Specific answer. Few words बोलने के लिए लेडी मैकबेथ को मैकबेथ से, किंग मैकबेथ से मिलना है. She is disillusioned, her state of mind, and very tired for want of sleep. She is also spending sleepless nights. This is the price she has to pay for committing regicide, for being an accomplice in the crime. She has come to dread solitude, loneliness. Lady Macbeth को एकदम पसंद नहीं है. And it is this that leads her to seek her husband's company. This is perhaps her vain effort, feeble, weak effort to get near enough to the tortured man to comfort him. So we have already seen in Macbeth Act 3, Scene 1, how there is now a distance, an emotional distance between Macbeth and Lady Macbeth. They both have attained their goal, kingship, but lost peace of mind. This is the price that they paid for the kingship. She asks Macbeth why he keeps alone. आप अकेले क्यों हो? आप क्यों उन सारी unhappy thoughts के बारे में हमेशा सोच रहे हो? You are still nursing those memories which should have perished, which should have died with those with whom they are concerned. King Duncan तो मर चुके हैं, तो तुम क्यों उनके बारे में सोच रहे हो? Things without remedy must not be thought of at all. What's done is done. Another important textual reference. Lady Macbeth herself broods, keeps on thinking over Duncan's murder. Lady Macbeth भी Duncan के बारे में हमेशा सोच रहे हैं और इसीलिए Lady Macbeth भी is filled with profound melancholy. She is also filled with remorse. She is also spending sleepless nights and thinks that Macbeth is doing the same. Thus, she wants to make him sleek over his rugged looks and be bright and jovial among the guests that night. So, they have organized a banquet and hence Macbeth and Lady Macbeth must pretend to be hospitable hosts of that royal banquet. अगर मैकबेथ इतने चिंतित रहेंगे तो वो गेस्ट्स को कैसे वेलकम करेंगे, गेस्ट से कैसे बातें करेंगे, मिलेंगे उनके साथ. इसीलिए लेडी मैकबेथ जो खुद इतनी परेशान है वो मैकबेथ को काम करने के लिए आई है, कंफर्ट करने के लिए आई है. एंड शी हरसेल्फ ड्रेड्स हर लोनलीनेस एंड she also wants to comfort the tortured Macbeth. 149 words. And due to these reasons, Lady Macbeth wants to speak with the king for a few words. उन्हें जानना है Macbeth का जो condition है वो कैसा है. So this is the answer, 149 words. Now quickly moving on to the last question and let's read what is it. What is the overall mood of Lady Macbeth in the opening lines of Act 3, Scene 2 of Macbeth? Opening lines. This is important. Lady Macbeth enters from the inner stage, disillusioned and weary for want of sleep. We have discussed this. Overall mood disillusioned, very tired for want of sleep. Banquo haunts the thoughts of both Macbeth and Lady Macbeth. Lady Macbeth Banquo के बारे में सोच रही है, Macbeth भी Banquo के बारे में सोच रहे हैं. Lady Macbeth is a prey to profound melancholy. Melancholy का मतलब sadness. वो दुखी है, बहुत दुखी है. She has been since she became queen. वो queen बन चुकी है, मगर फिर भी she is suffering intensely and therefore she is a prey to profound melancholy. But her pride and her love for Macbeth will not allow her to speak out. She loves Macbeth. She will never disclose the secret and she is also filled with pride. She is now the queen. This self-suppression, इसको हम क्या कहेंगे? Self-suppression. Desolation, loneliness and remorse, mood, overall mood sink within her. She laments that they have attained their goal, kingship, but lost peace of mind. She regrets, filled with regret, remorse, killing King Duncan, due to which they dwell in doubtful joy. She has come to dread solitude, seeks her husband's company for a few words and to comfort him. But Macbeth has drifted away from her. Relationship, इस आंसर को भी जरा प्रिपेयर करके रखना. Comment on the relationship between Lady Macbeth and Macbeth in Act 3, Scene 2. We have the drifting away of Macbeth from Lady Macbeth, the gradual fading away of Lady Macbeth from the scene, and we also have Lady Macbeth's shock when Macbeth vaguely refers to his murderer's thoughts and he invokes night to come and engulf the entire surrounding. So Lady Macbeth is shocked at the ruthlessness of Macbeth. The royal robes, Raja Rani बन चुके हैं, इसीलिए royal robes, symbolic of their kingship, stiff on their bodies. So the royal robes fit on their body so stiffly and the royal robes seem to keep them apart. Raja बनने के बाद Macbeth has drifted away from Lady Macbeth. A change has come in Macbeth. Perhaps Macbeth knows what a burden her one experience of murder has already become for her. Duncan को वो मार चुके हैं और उस चीज से, उस एक्सपीरियंस से ही लेडी मैकबेथ अभी तक उभर नहीं पाई है. अब अगर मैकबेथ बैंको और फ्लुएंस के बारे में बताएंगे उन्हें, तो लेडी मैकबेथ का जो हाल है वो बहुत बुरा हो जाएगा. इसीलिए शायद मैकबेथ इज कीपिंग अवे from her, has drifted away from her. So there are a lot of possibilities, and for all these reasons, for her loneliness, she is disillusioned, she is filled with profound melancholy, and she is also regretful. She is sad because they have committed a crime and she is no longer emotionally attached so much to her husband. So this is question number 5 and its answer. I hope you have liked this video. So stay connected for more of such sessions.